yes, Pat and I are now just learning of a new assassination attempt
I want
on the
Charlie-
former President Donald Trump.
I would like Charlie to declare the way he did before, because that was beautiful.
A second Trump assassination has hit the towers. That's a good
Yes,
one.
a second Trump assassination
Excellent.
attempt
Exquisite.
has hit the towers. So he was on his golf course, and he was with Secret Service, as he would
As
be.
he does. Yeah, and I mean, that's what you get that after presidency, no matter what.
Apparently one of the agents saw a gun barrel sticking out of a fence, and quickly just like, he was a couple holes ahead of Donald Trump on the course. And like Fox News kept repeating that. It's like, he was so good. He was a couple holes ahead of him, trying to sweep the area. I'm like, okay. But he saw this, it was an AK style rifle with a scope. And this guy was behind the fence, and he had like 2 backpacks. One of them had ceramic tiles, and I don't know if that's, he's trying to use it as a plate carrier or something, but
That can be, according to Batman, you can use that to deflect some amount of firearms.
Exactly.
Well, they actually released his identity
Yes.
just before we got here, and his name is actually Elmer Fudd. And he told reporters that he is hunting former presidents. He is. So,
It's fascist season.
we don't know what the motivation really is, but the actual guy. Have you looked at his social media?
yeah, I was looking at his Twitter
He's
earlier.
a poster's poster.
Yes.
He's a what?
Is it like, I know it was a while ago. I'm not what was the thing I said? I won't be surprised about the conspiracy theories about the previous one. I will be even less surprised about conspiracy theories around this one.
This guy, as far as I recall, was a Tulsi Gabbard supporter who became
Correct.
a Vivek supporter.
Which
Oh,
one's Gabbard?
Uh,
a Hawaii lady, right?
yeah,
In a
and
cult.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Astrology
The
one. or
yoga
whatever.
cult,
Or,
right?
Yeah. Okay.
and she's like,
She was on a show I like and have been like, oh, guys. Anyway, sorry.
yeah.
See if I can find his Twitter.
His tweets are unhinged.
So insane.
Like when you look at his Twitter account and you go into it knowing that he's the guy who ostensibly, allegedly tried to kill Trump today, you're like, oh yeah, that scans.
How?
I love that note though that he was playing golf several
Yes.
holes ahead, because that's like I don't feel like I know anything about Donald Trump,
Four-dimensional chess.
but I do feel like Donald Trump would totally overlook somebody playing golf. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
I'm just enjoying the image of the barrel of the gun coming out through the bushes. And
Yeah.
that's what made me think of Elmer Fudd.
I guess my question
Oh, man.
is, on Zero to Statutory Ray, where is this guy? You don't know who this person is, but they're a nightmare.
In terms of politics,
yeah, like, and posting
oh, way out there.
even farther.
Yeah, totally
Okay.
different. But still, like, definitely on like the conservative side of that, like not the militant leftist that they desperately want
but yeah,
the other dude
to have attempt to
I
kill.
mean,
the
yeah,
president.
neither of the people who've wanted to kill Trump have been people that you would think would want to kill Trump. And I guess what I'm saying, my call to action is there's so many other people you can kill right now.
My favorite part about that other guy though was they were like, he made a donation to the DNC, and then I saw that it's like that's the minimal donation. And the fact that he's 18 makes me think he probably was like, if I give them money, they'll leave me alone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, and then was just very, very disappointed.
I think that was my attitude towards my alma mater after I graduated college. I was like, this will surely stop if I make a one-time donation. It didn't.
I felt the same way about child support.
Just to shut him up.
I don't feel that way. That's getting cut.
Ryan Ruth, he posted some stuff because he went to Ukraine apparently. He was on Twitter. He was asking Elon Musk for a used rocket so he could attach a warhead to it. And
Who was this?
this is the guy who tried to assassinate Trump today.
Oh.
He asked Elon Musk for a used rocket so he could launch it at Putin's what do you say, Black Sea beach bunker or something like that.
I didn't even see that one.
Oh my god!
I saw a lot of Ukraine tweets, but I didn't see that one.
And he asked for, he called on Bruno Mars to help him make a song for world peace.
Yeah, I saw that. That was very confusing. He also invited Kim Jong Un to hang out with him in Hawaii.
Yeah, he kept asking. He's asked Seth Rogen and James Franco. Was like, you have a, because of that movie they did. You have a relationship with Kim Jong Un. Why don't you make him act like a human being? Come on.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, he thought. Did he really
He
thought
thought
that
that
they met?
I don't know if
Kim
he.
Jong-un?
I can't say if he really thought that, but he added them in the tweets, and he's like, it will be like Dennis Rodman, and I'm
Okay.
like,
Okay.
so I don't know.
Remember when
Late
Dennis
great
Rodman married
Hannibal
himself?
Lecter. It's
What was that?
Remember when Dennis Rodman married himself?
I remember him wearing a wedding dress. I forgot it. I forgot about.
Didn't he marry himself though? Was that what
I wouldn't
happened?
be surprised.
He looked beautiful in that dress, actually.
No, yeah, he was.
He's a pretty gorgeous man.
He was baller.
it's wild how many problems would just be solved if housing was a human right. Because this guy sounds like he just needs a home and to not be allowed. Maybe some help. Like that's like at first
Yeah.
I was hoping it would be like posts that were good in the terms of bits, but you're saying things where I'm like, oh, this is fucked up.
This is someone who's clearly
Yeah.
having like paranoid ideation.
Right. That doesn't change the fact that a lot of them are really funny. But I will say he did get arrested in 2002 for holding himself. I didn't read the article yet, but he like apparently holed himself up inside of a business and was armed, and
Yeah.
I don't know if there was a standoff or what, but 'cause he had like a fully automatic weapon or something is what the article said, and I don't know if that's true or correct.
Pat, you need to message Corey and tell him that we're breaking up because this guy,
Okay.
I'm in love.
No, I'm gonna text my partners and be
Be like,
like,
"Sorry."
yeah, sorry.
You guys can't compare.
I found a new
I didn't
dom.
realize what I was missing.
Yeah,
I found a new dom because this guy
Oh,
is
so this is what
literally-
the guy looks like.
Oh,
This is him apparently.
he looks like a Tom Cruise character. Like,
He looks like he'd be really nice until he'd just say that one thing. You're like, oh.
What?
who's the guy who
Oh.
played Lex Luthor Sr. in Smallville? He looks like that guy. The guy that played like.
That's a very good shout. Yes, absolutely.
Can you pull that up so that
Oh,
we
I
can
can't remember
see this? 'Cause
Crispin.
I-
It's not Crispin Glover, but it's another actor named Crispin something.
You know that they used digital creation of his face without his consent in one of the Back to the Future movies?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like he sued him or
So that was
some
kind of
shit.
like the first instance
Yeah,
of like
that guy.
AI
That guy.
shit.
That guy.
What else that guy been in?
Oh.
Amazing hair.
Yeah. Just amazing monologues in that show too. From that guy at least. At least the part at some point I tuned out, like just because it started being even for CW to CW. Like there was a point where I was like, oh, I can't masturbate to this anymore.
God damn it, Pat. You know what? You know what I love about you, Pat? You're like, I just don't want people to think I'm creepy.
And then I say the
And then
word
you
thing.
say so many creepy things.
Well, no,
it is
more-
not my fault.
All right, more accurately, the show started getting so like weird drama and like so and so is dating so and so's ex, that's so and so's ex, that's so and so's ex. That I was like, I just came here for superpowers.
Pat, you're Polly. You should be over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I did not have a hard time gooning to that show.
Okay.
Is that what
I
it's,
got-
is that the scientific term, gooning?
That's I
It was after their Justice League team
wanted to
up
see if it stuck.
Didn't team up well like that. I was like, all right, I'm out.
I never saw it.
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
fuck you. I was like, no, I did like it. I just their Justice League sucked.
I think the only episode I ever actually watched was the one where Christopher Reeve guest starred.
Oh yeah,
It was great.
Somebody say.
Yeah, yeah, I remember the song because then I would. turn
I
it off.
actually didn't. That was why I started singing it because my brain was like, "Here you go, finally. You've been talking about this long enough. You can unlock a memory."
It's got to jar it loose.
Yeah, I did like it because it starts off where they're like, it does make me think of that Patton Oswalt joke of like, you know how you liked Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader? What if you see him as a kid? And it is, it is very much like, what if the thing about Superman, his powers, what if he has none of those really?
I mean, I slightly like that idea better because I'm not a big Superman fan at all.
No, it was like I said, it was fun. Like for at least like I remember being a teenager and being like, I enjoy this on par with the other shows that I enjoy at this time.
I always thought it looked cool, like compared to other Superman
That's
things.
fair.
because
Yeah,
Superman was just so not Aryan's not the right word, but like
Fucking hot.
you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like
Fucking
he's too
just too perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it was just not interesting to me as a child or now as an adult, especially now.
like I think Corey and I have this conversation quite a bit because he's a
Because
big
Corey
Superman,
really loves
but
Superman.
I think the thing about Superman is it's when you do things that have nothing to do with his powers that he's interesting to me, because I think like his true superpower
Right.
is like he's always gonna do the right thing, and that's cool. But most of the time they're like, yeah, but the right thing seems to be punching a planet. And I'm like, well, I don't know. The older I get, the less I'm like, I don't think that's a systemic solution. I don't think that's the way it would work.
Just gonna be Greenpeace in several hundred years.
That's not how you stop war world, Superman. You need to start from the bottom. Revolution requires the oppressed to be involved as well as the oppressor. But like, anyway, here's Pedagogy of the Oppressed. Get back to me in a week, Clark.
Yeah, all these powers, and you're not using them to seize the means of production.
Although there is a fun one called Superman Red Sun, where
Oh, no.
Superman
Yes,
lands
yes.
in. It ends up not being as I remember it. It ends up not being as shitty as I recall. I can give you a spoiler for the end because the ending is very dumb to me though. Where at the very end he's like, "Oh, I can't interfere with humanity. They've learned their stuff. They're gonna things. I'll just live amongst them." And then 1,000,000 years later, it's Krypton, and then he has to go be sent back to Earth. And that was very much like
Okay.
that was unnecessary.
Okay. I see what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Another one is, I think it's Earth 2 Superman, where it's like the original powers before they kind of were just writing in all these weird powers for him. So he can't fly, he can just jump really high, and he's just strong and kind of fast. And he wears jeans and like a plaid shirt, and he's just kind of like a dude.
And their ultimate evil,
Do you like that word?
their ultimate evil sometimes is a Superman that comes from like our world and knows about the comic books and is like, I just want to be Superman. like basically like he's killed off other Supermen to get their powers somehow or some shit, but he's just a comic book nerd, and I've always loved that he's just like a guy who got into the comics and was like,
I do enjoy the idea of a Superman who can't fly but can jump really high, so he just fucking tells everyone that he can fly. Yeah, basically can fly.
yeah.
He's got more. He can do more than chickens and penguins. He's got it.
Yeah.
It's like on Bumble, where like if you're 5'11", you say you're 6 foot, you know. So he's like, how high can you jump? Well, I can fly, really. So
Yeah, technically. Okay, relative to everyone else who looks like me, I can fly.
I'm now like picturing like superhero profiles where it's like, so it said you could fly. Well, I can jump like a lot, and I can control how I land, and I can control the speed I move.
This feels like a subplot in The Boys.
Yeah. It feels like Buzz Lightyear when he
suit
says
dating
he's,
app.
Well, when Woody says he's falling with style.
So about this other person.
Hold on,
who is
I was gonna say some
Oh,
things.
okay.
Gosh, you guys just talked a
I
lot.
thought you were
This is fine, I
researching.
guess.
No, but you brought up things I wanted to talk about.
My bad.
So I've always felt pretty bored with Superman, but I have now become bored with Batman as well. The only Batman that is the true Batman is the Lego Batman, and I will die on that hill. But I think the thing that I appreciate about what Corey likes about Superman is just that it's like, no matter what, you just gotta try to help, and
Yeah.
I like that about Superman.
That's the version.
You know.
That's what I think is like.
That's what I like
ultimately
about
his
Superman.
his real superpower is that like even if he didn't have the superpowers, he would be trying to do the right thing.
Exactly.
I agree with you on Batman too, because it's like
I'm just over. I like. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy a lot of the Batman stuff that's going on, but like, I think a lot of times they keep on replaying storylines in the same way, and it gets really boring. I don't want another Catwoman storyline.
True.
I don't, because it never is good.
it never pans out. We never see her. Yeah, it's
I just wanna-
like
Yeah, we never see her whole.
Yeah, like the Cats movie.
Butthole.
And it's gonna be like a cat. Like they show you their butthole and then just walk away.
Yeah, she just aggressively puts it in your face.
And
You're trying to do something
and
nice
it's not
for
in
her.
a sexual way at all.
it just
It
happens
is
to be
a
there.
dominance thing.
It's Batman, like trying, he's like on a ledge trying to do detective work.
And her butthole just goes right into the binocular frame.
He's like, oh shit, sorry, I didn't mean to smell.
I think the saddest thing for me too is that Ben was walking to the car and we were picking him up today and we did this. Like we were fine on Pat. You got to do it too.
Oh yeah, sorry, I had my hands full.
Yeah. It was did this
You couldn't see us.
and it felt, but
Yeah,
Ben
it was too
couldn't
bright
see it.
outside.
We were casing the joint and he didn't even know it.
I was also trying not to get hit by
There was a lot of cars happening
Just the
in
moment
that
it was funny
moment.
because I was like, oh, there's been cool. There's no traffic, and then like,
Yeah,
no,
immediately all of the traffic happened.
that area is like that.
Okay, but yeah, you guys can keep talking about other things. I just wanted to say things because I had
just
things
get
to
annoyed
say.
at how often it's like Batman will. I want them to use whatever that same story or whatever, but just do a different character. Like you can just make up a name. Like you can just be like Vincent the Shadow Guy or whatever, and just like you know what I mean. Like it's just so dumb to me that it's like let's just keep using the same exact thing. And I know it's like intellectual property bullshit, but it's just like.
Okay, let's. I'm gonna pause it.
I hate Taylor Swift.
Oh, true. Very true.
Oh Jesus!
And then he had another assassination attempt. The Swifties move fast.
I guess so.
Honestly?
It would be so funny if it's like one of those fucking cartoon style plot lines where it's like the DNC activated the previous one, but the Swifties activated this guy. Like he's just been a Swiftie sleeper cell for the past however long Taylor Swift has existed.
Karma is Ryan Ruth.
God, no, that guy looks unfortunately crazy. Like. He looks like the guy that when he sits down next to you on the bus, you're like, shit.
Like, I'm gonna have to talk to this person.
Oh, he's gonna talk through the headphones. Cool. Oh, he's getting louder.
Oh, his account got suspended.
Yeah, so people are going to like the Wayback Machine or the Internet Archive or whatever to.
I was gonna quote search him for Taylor Swift just to see if she ever came up. Because I bet she did.
Yeah, he looks like he has real specific views on her that none of us share.
I was thinking he probably has mentioned her once or twice, and it probably makes no sense to anyone, whatever he was trying to say.
Well, he went for Bruno Mars too, so.
Bruno Mars?
Yeah, he was
Bruno Mars?
asking Bruno Mars to make a song for worldwide peace. He had the lyrics and music already, and it was about Ukraine. This is not a joke. I saw this tweet.
Sorry, I was laughing at the thing in my head. I was gonna let you finish. Where I just pictured his list where it's like Donald Trump, Bruno Mars.
Did the guy get arrested?
Yes.
Okay, so he didn't get killed like the other
Okay.
guy.
Okay.
I think they
So-
shot at him. I don't know, and they didn't hit him, and he surrendered.
So from that'll be interesting now that we have one of these people who have been documented to have attempted on his life.
I really wish. Sorry, I just wanted Taylor or Vance to be like no regrets, you know, like to. I wanted it to be done wrong for some reason.
Regrets.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh man, that's
Okay, this is just gonna be me scrolling.
Yeah,
through
no, that's
crazy,
fine.
man.
That's fine. It's interesting. Like I haven't been on fucking Twitter and for like I
I
only,
have never actively.
I only use it to see if I have money in my OnlyFans. I don't, and it I'm always like, oh shit, that's right. It's gone crazy. Like it went nuts in a like it was already a weird place in general,
no,
and then
I
it went
mean-
nuts in a different way.
All social media
Hitman
places
sent
I
by
feel like are like
Zelensky.
that.
Sorry, that just registered.
This hacker is a Nikki Haley supporter. Ryan was the according to the FBI. Guy previously identified as having
threaten mass attacks. In other words, a typical GOP nut job.
But then immediately, like the post above this. Sorry, you're scroll. I'm pointing at a thing you can't see. That post was somebody being like, "I'm pro Ukraine, who can't shoot for shit." Like, I love that they're like basically advocating for shooting better at Trump. Like,
Everyone did that the first time, and I was kind of surprised by the
Liberals can't shoot.
the types of people who were saying that and making those jokes publicly. And so now it's bound to happen again. Although I hadn't seen an update on this. The Secret Service hadn't said if he had actually fired anything. They just saw that he was aiming.
Oh, this guy,
Yeah.
Ryan. Yeah.
it'd be very funny if he was like, "Actually, I didn't have bullets in that. I just like aiming guns at people."
His
He was Elmer Fudding.
Yeah.
I mean, so you were surprised that people were talking more this time about better aim?
No, this time I was not surprised because it happened last time.
I was
But you were
surprised.
surprised because you felt like it happened a lot?
The last time it happened, I was surprised by how many people were openly talking about how Trump should have been shot.
Like
It wasn't the usual civility
Yeah.
well, it was weird.
pearl clutching. It was a bunch of liberals who were like, "Ah, damn, should have aimed better."
That was wild because I
Engaging
heard
in-
a fair amount of the like, oh, we can't. It was very funny to me to hear the amount of we can't make jokes about this when he hadn't died. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like I was
There
like,
was also that.
if he died, I guess I could understand that. But the fact that it's like, all right, he didn't even get really injured.
If he had died, it would have been fucking hilarious. Yeah, it would have been so funny.
It would have been so weird to see what they would have like. I don't know. It would have gotten dark. It would have
Would
been.
they have run if he had died, or if he dies? Like, he could still die.
Yeah, I don't know if they. Do you think they have a plan?
Times a chart.
Richard Spencer just comes out of a hole in the ground.
Don't the Koch brothers hate him, or am I misunderstanding that? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Because I remember there was some tension between him and some group of normal, too rich for their own good people. But
KKKers without the outfit.
yeah, I was listening. I haven't finished it, but I've been listening to like Dark Money, which is like about all those guys, and the number of them. I think I told you this before, but the number of them that had like. The Koch brothers had like to work on a farm, and so they think they understand like genuine labor because basically like their dad abused them, and then they're like, "Oh, I understand labor
yeah.
now," and it's like it's I don't know, it just drives me insane. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, how dare you? How dare you? How
Charles are creating fake.
dare you?
That's so. You know what's funny to me is like I think it would only like how many assassination attempts would it take on your life before you thought maybe I'm doing some wrong shit? Like,
Do you
like,
have the
like I've never had anyone try to kill me, but I've definitely changed my life because of like people's actions towards me. So I'm like,
well? And I heard speculation after the first time he got shot. Well, when he got shot at, that he had a lot of PTSD around it.
Yeah.
How
and
true do you think that is?
I think that's probably very true. Someone like that being reminded brutally that they're fallible and they're mortal.
yeah,
But I also feel like these types of people are very prone to the persecution complex.
yeah,
So I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah,
he's not gonna
he's-
change his.
No.
views.
Yeah.
No, that's not me saying that. It's more me saying that it could be an explanation for even more potentially erratic behavior.
Yeah, no, that.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
That's
sure.
what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I
More
kind of
than
wanted to
anything.
watch. I hadn't watched the debate, but I've been considering it just because like I was curious how much because like so much of the coverage has been like he didn't make sense the things he was and like I was curious how much of that meant just okay he was just openly doing dog whistles or whatever because the few things I heard him do I was like oh no that's just him saying like just the quiet part loud or in a weird way like trying to dance around it again.
Yeah.
So I don't, but like
No,
that was also weird context to those things. So I don't know if the accuracy of that, because a crazy person and dog whistles sound incredibly similar, or a mentally unhealthy person and dog whistles.
Yeah. Either
sound-
way, the dogs are going fucking nuts.
Yeah. For sure. They're not even really dog whistles anymore. I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
He just kind of says it.
Yeah, and that's what I was curious about. If it was like, because like so much of what I'd heard was like Kamala owned his ass, and I was like, yeah, but if he's advertising to a specific particular group of people, that's more important to him, right? Like,
Yeah.
if he gets 100% of his market, that's more important to him than if she gets 40% of the general market, I guess. If
Well,
that,
it was in a debate that he said stand back and stand by, right? Like, or is it
That
either a debate or a town hall or something like televised?
He said that in front of a very large audience of people.
Yeah.
As for the debate, though, I think the one thing that Harris did really well was make fun of him and
oh, good.
tease him about people leaving his rallies early because that upset him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I
he
might
had
watch
a-
it for that alone.
He had a genuinely he was pissed. And the other thing that pissed him off that night was again Taylor Swift endorsing Kamala Harris, and he was really rattled by that, and that was evidenced this morning by him just
Did he
screaming, "I hate Taylor Swift."
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Would be interested.
No, I just smoked a lot.
Sorry.
And also, we've been smoking some of those infused joints at home, and like they just
Oh,
make me
Jesus.
cough so much more.
Yeah.
Did just for clear, like just because I've been gaslit by this.
Excuse me.
Did Taylor Swift endorse him last time, and I just
No,
didn't know?
no.
Okay. I just-
No. She always ends up endorsing, I think, the Democratic candidate.
Yeah, she's. I think she's gotten more outspokenly political in the last 8 years or so.
Definitely.
But
she
it's always
was
it's very
originally.
delayed. It's
Yeah.
always very delayed, and it's always very liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the timing of her announcement was amusing because the way that she wrote it, one could interpret it as her saying that the debate was what swayed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, which Jesus fucking Christ.
Is obviously not true.
And
Yeah.
the picture of her holding the cat after the whole
Oh yeah,
JD Vance comments.
yeah, the crazy single cat ladies. or
crazy
whatever.
cat lady, but then Trump saying that Haitian people were eating cats in Ohio.
Cats
as
are
well.
catching a lot of strays.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so
That's
Stray
I
pun.
had another. I was like, do I make an additional stray joke?
As
And I was
soon
like,
as I
nope.
said it, I was.
I
like,
wanna-
I'm gonna hold back.
Yeah.
I'm ready to start, and I have a reason.